It's literally a big game, and they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the California Golden Bears, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Bears will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's McCord. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford, and you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe Trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You could tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Moffitt. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moffitt. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Cal.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. On the direct snap, it's Bohannon. Quarterback adapting. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Stanford!
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 17 to Ball State. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. It's complete to the left. Drills him with the stiff arm. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Direct snap. Gives it on the option. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Trying to set up the screen. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Gets the back moving. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
The Golden Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. From the gun. He wants it all. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off the RPO, complete.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll run play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start this 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Off play action on 1st down. Finds a tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Moffitt. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Cal. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Tulane. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you don't see that often when you're running the screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Cardinal! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. Halftime, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Shoots it to the left. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Stanford! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Third down play from the gun. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Dumps it off in the flats. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Got his man. Bulldozes his way through. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Check. Black 29 Bongo. Ready, keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quickly to the tight end. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Making side adjustments here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll try the right side.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now he's looking to throw it. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. After the game, it is Stanford who will hold on to the axe and guard it securely on the farm until these two meet again next year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.